Welcome to Peter King's Training Camp Tour, presented by Die Hard Batteries and Advance Auto Parts. Peter King here with Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. Dak, I just watched the joint practice between you and the Chargers for 2 days, and it really looked like you sort of were having fun with Justin Herbert and some of their guys, and the throwing contest afterwards. What are these things like for you and like for players who, probably are just used to normal training camp? What are these joint practices like?
Oh, yeah, they're cool. This year was the first chance that I got to participate in them. Last year we did them, but because of injuries, I missed them. And then, so this year, not only the Chargers, but the Broncos as well, just being able to practice against a different defense, see something different that you've seen for the last few weeks or the whole offseason, get some game time reps without necessarily getting hits and risking the injuries. So they're great. And then just be able to connect with the players on the other side, have some fun, build some relationships. And our guys won the QB challenge there at the end. So
I saw that, yeah.
Good to leave with some bragging rights.
Justin Herbert was not pleased.
No, I saw his last few throws. I could tell how hard he was throwing it. He was not happy with it, but that happens.
Yeah. I really wanted to go back in time and ask you about a couple of things, because I covered the Cowboys draft in 2016, and I remember they desperately wanted Paxton Lynch in the first round. And Jerry Jones, the next day, it was like his dog died. He was so disappointed he didn't get Paxton Lynch. And then early in the third day of the draft, first pick of the fourth round, they think they have a trade made to go up and get the first pick of the fourth round to get Connor Cook of Michigan State. And finally, Jason's in the room, and Jason Garrett and Jerry and Steven. And, I forget who said it, but somebody said, hey, listen, Dak is really good. Let's be excited about Dak. Come on, let's be excited. How much did you know that weekend of what was going on inside the Cowboys?
Yeah, I didn't know anything that was going inside the Cowboys that weekend. Learned weeks after, maybe months after, and getting all the details. And I'm pretty sure it was Coach Linehan that stood up and said, hey, Dak's good, let's go with that route. So honestly, just reflecting back on that and knowing what could have happened, knowing that I could have been on another 31 other teams, but things work out and things happen for a reason. So some people were pulling some strings upstairs.
So obviously your career takes an incredible turn when you've got to play early and you play well. I just want to go back in time and ask you, what are you thinking as you're having success after being a fourth-round pick where nobody expected anything of you in that first year? What was that like?
Yeah, honestly, it was confirmation to myself of just continuing to believe in what I believe in who I am, believe in my process and preparation and the way that I do things, and they'll turn out successful. I feel like I've been doubted in every level. And honestly, I got the starting quarterback job in high school, college, and pro due to a guy in front of me getting injured. So At that time, when I stepped in, I said maybe this is it again. And I took an opportunity, didn't want to put it in anybody else's hands to take it away from me. As I said, just trusted myself. And then so as the success happened, it was just a confirmation. And it doesn't matter what others say about you. It doesn't matter what others believe in you. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. And never forget that.
Why do you think you have been so well suited to have maybe the most public microscope on you job in the NFL, which is to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, and you've not seemingly had a problem or been nervus or sort of felt beaten down by it at all?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Simply as I said, I believe in myself. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I know who I am. I try to be transparent and genuine in everything that I do. Therefore, if something ever would come up or if some this or that, it wouldn't be a surprise. It's who I am. And, just focusing on all the things that I can control. And I think the more that everyone in this world can do that, they'll control their emotions, they'll control their responsibilities, and a lot of things are going to be revolving doors around you, but a lot of times you can't affect that. And so not to allow that to seek into your head and mess with your confidence, your mojo, or whatever it is. And as I said, just be comfortable in who you are. And I think that's been the answer for me.
Do you ever feel like you're kind of qualified to give people advice on how to just sort of do your job and throw everything else outside so it won't bother you?
Yeah, honestly, just because of experience. And obviously some unfortunate things have happened in my life, a bunch of different adversities that when I speak about those things, when I speak about controlling what you can control, it comes from a real spot. It comes from a place of experience of I've had to do it time and time again from different events that have happened.
From in your family, yeah.
My brother. My injury that I believe when I talk about these, people understand it. They know that it's not just smoke, that I had to do this myself. And now that I'm on the other side of these things, and obviously you always work through losing people, but when you're on the other side of months, years later, and you're able to talk about it and be vulnerable about it, people understand that that's who I am and that I'm talking from a place of experience, and it's easy for somebody to listen to somebody that's done it and been in those shoes.
Could you ever see yourself writing a book about it?
Most definitely. I think there'll definitely be a time when I write a book, and as I've gotten older here these last couple of years, I feel like maybe the first book is getting closer and closer. And I've had some opportunities in the past, and I just said I wasn't ready. But yeah, I'll be 30 next year, so wow. I think it might be time for the first one.
Russell Wilson is now in his mid-30s, and he wants to play 10 more years. Have you thought how long you'd like to play?
Recently I've said I'll go 10 more, and I quickly changed that to God willingly gives me 10 more, I'm going to play 10 more. I've always, as I go back to being comfortable in my skin, believing what I believe in, it's about controlling what I can control and living in the moment, staying where my feet are. So as much as I'd love to play 10 years, I don't want to get ahead of myself. What's important is right now, me in this training camp, this season, I just want to focus on that and make sure all my energy's there, and we can talk about next year when next year comes and so forth on.
Two last things. Have you thought much about the last play of the last game of last season, and is there anything at all you do different on that play?
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it a lot. I'm a guy that loves to reflect, and then obviously in situations like that, something that scars you, builds a callus, you've got to go back and reflect. You've got to think about in this game, a bunch of different situations and things happen. What if it happened again? And I could easily say I wish I would have went down faster, but I think I went and got enough. So I'm not going to say I regret that by any means. The process just should have been cleaner for myself, the center, the line, the officials. Everybody could have been better and more prepared for what was going on. So I'm not going to regret that. If anything, I feel like I should have did what we did at the last play today and made a call where I'm not going to spike it. I snapped it at 1 second and just went and tried to get a Hail Mary off or get something off that gives us a chance, and then we didn't leave the play, the snap, the clock in the officials and the game clock's hands.
Last thing, do you look at your chances this year as a team any differently than you've looked at your chances in the past? You're always a totally glass half full guy. You're an optimistic guy. Are you optimistic about this year?
Very, very optimistic. And because of the team that we had last year and because of what we went through, the way that we've handled it moving forward, I think we're in a better position this year than we were last year. And I know some guys have gone and some guys have left and went to other teams, but that's the nature of this business. What we have built here, the core, the leaders, and mixed with a great group of young guys who are hungry to make a name for themselves and getting this league running. I feel very, very confident about where we are and excited about where we are and just ready to keep building and get this thing rolling.
Mike McCarthy just left here, and he told me, he says, Dak was born to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And a lot of times when I listen to you talk, I know it's corny, but I kind of feel that way. Do you ever?
It's a blessing, honestly. I grew up a fan of the Dallas Cowboys and always said I'd be a quarterback in the NFL, or I wanted to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And so going into year 7, I'm blessed for everything that's come my way, all the adversities, pluses, minuses, everything in between that's made me the person that I am. So if it's suited to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, then God knew what he was doing, and I'm just thankful to be in this position. I'm going to make the most of my opportunity.
Hey, good luck this year. Thanks.
Appreciate you, Peter.
With Dak Prescott in California, I'm Peter King.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.